Husband and two relievers as they dropped last night's contest 5-1. We're underway, and Dubon has another base hit. Mauricio Dubon continues a 5-game hitting streak. He has hit in every game in Altuve's absence and now continues it. Mauricio on the go. There's a line drive. It's going to be caught, and that'll be a double play. Whit Merrifield will toss it to first base.
Line drive for the double play.
Now Yordan Alvarez hits the ball sharply, but he hits it at the second baseman Merrifield. And Bassett, after an initial hit, ends up facing the minimum in the first inning. Belt, Matt Chapman, and Dalton Varsho. And Whit Merrifield, Kevin Kiermaier, and Tyler Heineman rounding out John Schneider's lineup. Brunell's last 3 outings in the minor leagues, he only allowed 4 hits in 13 2/3 innings, but the walks the bulk guy twice out of the bullpen. That's a called strike. Blanco gets Bo Bichette looking for the first out of the inning. If you're in attendance, as you heard from Vanessa, 2-2 pitch grounded towards the middle. Blanco will toss it right in the direction of second base, and I think Altuve ended up making the play for the double play. Has just 2 hits in his career against Bassett in 17 at-bats, and that'll be now 2 for 18 as he rolls one over to Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the first out of the inning. Vladdy and Bo Bichette are running 1-2, and Abreu's pretty far behind, and he's not even going to get a chance to swing here. He called time.
He called timeout. Why does he?
Yes, this guy's been red hot lately. Chops this one towards short. Bo Bichette will make the play, and that will do it for the Astros.
Ronel Blanco, if he can get that changeup into the mix.
There we go. Took him a few more pitches to get Brandon Belt, but he works a strikeout here for the first out of the second inning. Back in that lineup today. Swing and miss. How about Blanco?
Like it.
3 strikeouts of the last 4 batters, getting Bichette, Belt, and Chapman. Almost half of a season without being shut out. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Didn't miss egregiously on it. Dalton Varsho got a running jump. Yainer Diaz never left the crouch because Varsho was halfway to second base before Ronel delivered that pitch. Varsho. Ground ball towards short. Dubon will have the play. Merrifield always hustling, but he's thrown out for the final out of the inning.
They both played well for me. I like the way the quality of their at-bats.
In this inning. So first of all, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here. It's a little different being on the other side, I would guess. You spent a lot of time here as a special assistant to the GM in Toronto.
Yeah, and
this is a big moment for anybody. Their first major league plate appearance.
There it is.
Sends this one to center. He hit it pretty well. Dana, you're okay to stick around?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, kind of a 1-inning, sometimes 2-inning guy. Are the hopes moving forward? What are the plans for Ronel moving forward? Because right now you've got the 17 straight games. What happens at the end of the stretch?
Back then you had to go in the house to sign him. And, he's a wonderful human being and a good baseball man, as we all know. And he had a really good baseball career. I'm very proud of him, the career he had, and now he's a GM. It's outstanding.
Wow, of course we get like the 2 quickest half innings.
Go Blanco.
He's going great.
Receive an Alex Bregman Replica World Series ring presented by Centerpoint. Get your tickets at astros.com/promotions.
Oh, leadoff base hit by Dubon, who has been absolutely electric in his last 4 or 5 games now.
Jose Altuve bats after the infield hit for Mauricio Dubon. Diving stop by Bo Bichette. They're going to get the force at second. And Altuve will reach on the fielder's choice.
We'll try to add to this club. You know,
this ball's well hit. There's the bat. Right in the middle of your lineup.
Yeah.
You don't need much else when you got Yordan swinging the bat. Good timing here.
Yeah, I'd like to see a guy that could do half of what he does.
Right?
We'll take half of what he does. That'd be good.
This guy continues to drive in a large percentage of his team's runs. That's a 2-run home run for Yordan to give the Astros the early lead.
You obviously, being around this game as long as you've been, and you've seen a lot of talent, you've had a chance to watch Yordan from afar. Now you're watching him a little more frequently. How impressive is he actually, now that you get to watch him?
Pretty special. Anytime you come across a guy with that type of power and that type of plate discipline, he's very feared in this game. I can't imagine.
Go back and take a peek at Yordan's home run. just enjoy that beautiful swing on balance, even with that pitch being a little bit inside. Not one of the standard mammoth swings that we've seen, but still highly productive. Now has 55 RBIs in 56 games. But how about the location? That ball started in, broke in, and yet he was still able to keep it fair. That is an unbelievable job of pulling the hands in to get the barrel to it.
You've always been a big part of in your career with various organizations. What's your current status with as you get ready for the draft? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just very active with the scouting department out to, maximize our picks.
Hey, thanks for the extra half inning, and you ended up with a 2-0 lead. It all worked out.
All right, I love it.
Vernell getting an extra peek into the sign for Yainer Diaz, and this ball drilled deep to center field and all the way back and gone. 0-2 pitch. Hit out to deep left center field. It looked like Blanco and Yainer were not entirely on the same page as to what pitch to throw their 0-2, and they ended up not throwing the right one.
Well, even if it was the right one, it was not located exactly where he wants. You're going to see it on their Andy Anderson strike zone. That is a slider that backs up out over the plate. And that was that two-strike approach from Bo Bichette where he really didn't use that leg kick and used a lot of that lower half to spin on that and hit it a long way to center field.
That ball's hit hard on a two-strike pitch, and that'll be down for a hit. Well, Vlad Guerrero Jr. has a base hit, back-to-back hits, the first two hits allowed by Ronel Blanco tonight. That ball in the air to center field, playable for McCormick. He moves to his right and puts it away. Guerrero will retreat back to first, one away. And that's a 4-pitch walk, second 4-pitch walk of the night. Ball hit high in the air, but should be playable if it stays in play. Tucker near the stands will put it away. Tagging is Guerrero Jr. Here comes the throw by Tucker. Will not quite be in time. That'll be out number 2, and Guerrero Jr. moves over to third base. Ground ball to short for the second time off the bat of Merrifield. This time Dubon will just flip it the short way to Altuve.
Played out there, and so he's learned a lot of baseball and grew up in the big game. But hopefully they love him the way we do.
Yeah. And you mentioned it, your father, Don Kessinger.
For all these years, because, we've said it before, it's not just the man that gets to get out there. The family puts in a lot in this. Yeah. Grandparents and brothers and everyone. And it's just a great day for all of us.
Don Kessinger, longtime shortstop and all-star. Chaz will line out here to first base to end the inning. Big league start in 5 1/3 against the Angels, and he strikes out Kiermaier here, getting him for the first out. Strikeout number 4 for Blanco. Bassett has definitely been cruising through some innings over 9 2/3. Could get out of it here with a ground ball to Kessinger. Nice play by the new third baseman, and they turn it with Altuve for a double play. Now he's down to the count here, 0-2. And he goes down on strikes. That'll be, for Bassett, his 4th strikeout of the game in all those categories.
Get him on the ballot. It's simple.
Well, he's definitely going to have to get voted in by his peers because he's not on the All-Star ballot.
Deserves that, too. Dubon, by the way, said Jose has been helpful, complimentary when he gets it right, and helps him when he needs it. Said he's been such a good teammate to have.
Just a little over 8 pitches per inning. You don't have much time to catch your breath at all, but he was able to take care of Bo Bichette, effectively and efficiently too.
This ball hit high in the air to center field. Chaz McCormick is there. Chaz puts it away for out number 2.
Hitter. And if I've seen both your pitches and you only have 2 to choose from, I'm going to take some better swings. And Belt took a pretty good swing at that one.
Yep, Belt just tied it up. That one into the second deck above the Astros bullpen. Brandon Belt hits his 4th home run of the year. He has been on a tear for the Blue Jays since May the 1st, with his OPS over 1,000 during that stretch, and he just hits a solo home run to tie it at 2.
Good location in tried to tie him up, but Belt brought those hands in beautifully.
Lines, Hunter struck out 5 and walked 3. This one cued towards first, should be the final out of the inning, and it will be, as Jose Abreu picks it up and steps on the bag for the final out of the inning.
Get a hold of.
And Bassett strikes him out on a good pitch on the outside corner. Alvarez goes down for the first out of the 7th. .com/SGT, $10 tickets. This ball hit to left field pretty well, but Varsho is back on it and he'll put it away. Tucker's been hitting the ball the other way nicely in this series in Toronto. Home before that Yordan Alvarez home run. He had a 23-inning scoreless streak going at home. That one's off his glove. If he never touched it, it was going to be a sure out, as Whit Merrifield was right there ready to make the play. Instead, Bassett instinctually tried to make the play, and he knocked it into right field. 3-2 pitch, grounded. This time he gloves it without deflecting it, and Bassett kind of... That's going to be a walk issued to the leadoff hitter, Dalton Varsho. Into center field, Chas McCormick is there. Chas puts it away, tagging and bluffing is Varsho, and he will head back to first. Runner on the go, 3-0 pitch is wide, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Line drive, base hit into center field. Varsho had to hold up. He's being waved around. Here comes McCormick's throw. It'll be cut off. And the throw to third instead. It's a 3-2 Toronto lead on the RBI single by the pinch hitter Kirk. George hits one high in the air, shallow left. Even with Kiermaier's speed, I'd be shocked to see him go here. Dubon will make the catch. It's just a bluff. Ground ball, Abreu will snag it on one hop, step on the bag, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Blue Jays take the lead here in the 7th. Gray Kessinger to face Chris Bassett for the 3rd time. And Joltz gets jammed and punches one to short, where it's gloved there by Bo Bichette. Saw pop up to start the inning here in the 8th. There's some hard contact, but unfortunately Chas hits it at the shortstop on one hop. And that's out number 2 here in the 8th. And a ground ball towards short. Bichette will try and make all 3 plays in the inning, and he does. And sends this one way up in the air on the infield. Altuve doesn't have to move very far, and he'll put it away for the first out. The home run was one of 2 allowed by Blanco. This one into shallow left, and it'll drop in front of Corey Joltz. So Belt with a 2-for-4 night, a 1-out base runner here in the 8th. And Chapman goes down on strikes. Abreu picks up out number 2 with his first strikeout. There goes Biggio, and the pitch is low. The throw by Yainer on the money. They're going to say safe for now. Dubon got down a quick tag, but Biggio in there for his 3rd steal of the year. They're going to look at this. That looked like a perfect strike by Yainer Diaz.
Of Cavan before he gets that hand on the bag.
Yep.
Got him.
This is going to get overturned. That's going to be the 7th caught stealing of the year for Yainer Diaz in 17 attempts. He continues to impress with his throwing arm and pop time. We showed you the numbers earlier on Yainer.
Home plate. It's
after review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Houston retains their challenge.
So great throw by Yainer ends the inning.
Hitters.
Dubon drills one to left field. First pitch he sees. Back goes Varsho. Leaps up. It's off the wall. Dubon heading to second base. He is going to put on the brakes there. A bullet off the left field wall off the bat of Mauricio Dubon. Reached Jordan Romano with a double here in the 9th. And now Altuve. Ground ball to third. Not able to advance the runner as Chapman will make the throw across. That's the first out of the inning. A big one for Romano. Broken bat into center field. Here comes Kiermaier, sliding catch for out number 2. Kevin Kiermaier, who has more. He got him. Tucker goes down on strikes. Blue Jays hold on to win this one 3-2. They have taken 2 of the first 3 games in this series, with the final one tomorrow. They have evened up the series on the season at 3 games apiece. Not a lot of offense tonight, just like last night, but enough offense for Toronto with a couple of solo home runs and then that pinch hit RBI single by Alejandro Kirk to make it a 3-2 final. Astros postgame show presented by Whataburger will feature Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic. They will have the highlights, analysis, and recap of tonight's game. Astros postgame show coming up right around the corner.